Hey gamers, it's Ethan Zito here with another Total War. I'm split between saying concept and showcase. It's kind of both. I'm showcasing a concept. So this concept is the way that players will be activating powers in Total War Faith. And basically, when you're God and you want to equip your powers, you just do /faith powers, and then you go down the list of powers and you click on the ones that you own and that you want, and they'll fill up your hotbar. And I haven't implemented it yet, but these will be locked to your hotbar. So every power that you have the option of using at that moment in time will remove one of your hotbar slots for your other items, which is kind of a way of balancing it for PvP, because we don't want people equipping every single power at the same time without any repercussions and being able to PvP like a normal person, because that would kind of break the game incredibly. So anyway, the way it works is that you get these blocks, and each block is, labeled with the power that it is, and then for the passive powers, you right click to toggle whether the power is active or not. And then for active powers, that's not active power, flood is an active power. For an active power like flood, you just right click and it'll activate it. And as you can see, flood covers the area around you in a block of water, which I think is good for slowing down people, as well as good for people with Death Strider, and good for people with those Riptide Tridents. Excuse me. And let me show off the other powers. I mean, might as well make this a cool power showcase video too. So Lion's Heart, the way it works, when it's active, you get strength equal to the number of empty armor slots that you have. So basically, the more armor you wear, the less strength you get, which also means that the less armor you wear, the more strength you get. So yeah, pretty cool. It's kind of rewarding high risk gameplay with being able to output more damage. So I think that is an interesting power. I think all of them are interesting powers, which is why I included them. For the next one, I'm gonna have to invite Blue Sky here. Not Blue Sky, L3 Sky into this. And we'll have to make her accept Faith join Nerd. There you go. She's become a follower of Nerd. As you can see, she's got some health. And with Savior, do I have Savior activated? There we go. Savior is a passive ability, where if you're within 30 blocks of one of your followers, and that follower falls to 3 hearts or below, then it'll make you guys switch places, so that basically you're saving that person from dying to whatever they're dying to, and you're there to deal with the situation instead. And for those of you worrying about getting teleported there with half a heart, I'd say don't worry, because I set it up so that Savior only triggers for you if you've got at least 5 hearts of health. Taunt. For this one, L3 Uskai needs to be out of the Faith, so we're going to do Faith leave, so that she can leave. And then I'm going to right click Taunt to activate it. It's an active ability. Oh, my bad. I need to go to the other perspective to really show this power off. So basically what happens when you're taunted by somebody is that you get the hunger effect, and the hunger effect is permanent, and it only is removed in 2 situations. One of them is you leave like the 30 block radius, or whatever the radius is when the plugin comes out. You either leave the radius of the power, or you hit the... I'm in creative mode. Okay. Or you hit the person, and as you can see, it lets you know that you've attacked the taunter, and that you see that the hunger's gone now. So I think it's a really powerful combat power, because if everybody's got the hunger status effect while they're running around and taking damage, you know, it's going to make healing very difficult and very hard to do. But on the flip side, you've got the glowing status effect, so everybody in the battle is looking at you and thinking to themselves, if I hit him, I'm not hungry anymore. So it's one of those, you know, self-sacrifice sort of powers, but it can turn the tide of the battle if you got like some people keeping the enemies away from you, or if you're just good at running. So the next power is a passive ability called Insidious, and I'm gonna have to clear my effects for this because I got the glowing effect, and that's not gonna work for this one. So when Insidious is active, you're invisible while crouching, but keep in mind that it's potion effect invisibility, so you know, items and armor are still gonna show up. So if you want to be completely invisible, you got to be wearing nothing and holding nothing in your hand. But I feel like this is still a good power if you need to make an escape, or maybe a sneaky entrance if you're scouting or you're planning an ambush, and you can just walk in, sneak in the base, and then put your armor on and start fighting. But really, you shouldn't have to be boxed in by my explanations of these powers. I'm sure that you guys are going to find some great uses for them too. So don't forget to think outside the box and not just, you know, take everything at face value with how I'm, you know, thinking about using the powers. The next power is also a passive power. You guys have seen it showcased before. It's explosive landing. And because I've been working on the power selection and activation, I haven't fixed the pogoing, but I still thought it'd be cool to show off again, just in case you haven't seen it before. So you fall from a height, and instead of taking fall damage, the amount of fall damage that you would have taken is converted into an explosion. So basically, the farther you fall, the bigger the explosion. And the pogoing thing, where it was like creating a bunch of tiny explosions, that's not supposed to be a thing. It's just going to be one explosion when you first land, when the plugin is out. And then finally is the flood command. And I think I already showed this, but might as well do it one more time. You know, alternate uses for the flood command. You got a lot of grass and you don't feel like going around with a water bucket. Grass remover. Or if you want an aquarium for your chickens for like 30 seconds. Very good. And yeah, I'm really proud of this because it was really hard to make sure that all the water stays in the area that it's supposed to be, and it doesn't create a massive mess. Like over here, this is the area where I was testing the flood power, and as you can see, oh my gosh, it works on a left click too. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but, and by the way, there are going to be cooldowns. Like, you won't be able to just spam the flood command like that. That's not going to be a thing. I just haven't implemented those things yet. But anyway, you see how like the flood gets removed at the end of the time? That was a thing, but the problem was that the water would spread outside of the flooded area, and so I had to figure out how to keep the water inside of the flooded area until it was removed. And these are just all of my tests that I did that were unsuccessful, where the water just spread. And I'm just going to finish off the video by flying around and showing you all these unsuccessful tests. If you look over here, these are like the kind of successful ones. Like, I got them to stop moving on the treetops, but when it was on the ground, it was still spreading. I'm not entirely sure why that was. But yeah, we got a lot of tries here. Is that the last one? I think it might be the last one. I feel like I did some more though, maybe over here. Oh, yep, over here. Do 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 do. And there we go. That is the place of the first successful test of flood. As you can see, the land is completely bare. All the grass is gone except for the double high grass. Kind of weird. Probably because I turned off block physics for the placed water. But yeah, this is where Total War Faith history was made, and the flood command came to life. Anyway, thank you for watching the video if you've made it this far. I hope that what I'm showing off is interesting and fun, and if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the Discord, because I want to make this server fun for people, and I want to make this plugin fun for people, so I'm definitely open to feedback. So yeah, I hope everybody's looking forward to when the server reopens and I put this plugin on, and that we'll have a lot of fun together. Catch you later.